Paul Occhino, 2-4 out of Mountain City, Tennessee, taking on Rodrigo Gonzalez, 6-6 out of right here in Johnson City, Tennessee. This is his home camp as well at D3. Let's go back to the cage in Shamir.
All right, we are live at Valor Fights 51 in Johnson City, Tennessee. I know you guys are excited for this next fight. Let's make some noise. This is a lightweight fight brought to you by Corporate Clothing, where everything is now $10 in their booth. Introducing out of the red corner, Paul Occhino!
Paul Occhino, a replacement for the opponent for Rodrigo Gonzalez, independent fighter, 2-4, the record for Occhino. And Bubby, what do you expect to see from Occhino?
We saw him a little active in 2016, took some time off, fought one fight in 17 and one fight in 18. 2-4, says he's a senior blue belt at where he trains at. Even though he is independent, he does have a team he does train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with. Took his last fight as a loss, round 1, 233 to Leslie Maris in strike best 3. Looking to make some noise this round. Said he's made some adjustments, so we shall see.
Yeah, his last 2 losses have come in the first round. Prior to that, losing to Dylan Smith in just 29 seconds of the first round. That was back in 2017. He had picked up his first victory in his second fight. That was a first-round victory against Austin Kurtz, and then lost his MMA debut to Luis Rodriguez, second round on strikes. Now, his opponent, Rodrigo Gonzalez, is a very exciting fighter, very popular as well, and this is his home camp. Occhino's in the cage. We go back to Shamir.
Now introducing out of the red corner, Rodrigo Gonzalez!
So here's Rodrigo Gonzalez, 6-6 out of D3 Elite. Your thoughts on Rodrigo?
No stranger to Johnson City. This dude right here can get down. A super exciting fighter. This guy, his last fight on January 2018, took a loss, round 2 actually, a 228, lost to strikes, TKO. So, but you're talking a guy with 12 fights right here. This dude can make some adjustments. He's a veteran fighter, and he, like you said, very exciting fighter to watch. Definitely looking for him to make a turnaround right here. This is a good fight to see if he can display some skills on.
Yeah, and we've seen, whether it's Rodrigo or his opponents, a number of his fights have had to be moved, rescheduled. He's gone through a lot of that in his career, but he always puts on entertaining fights, so don't worry about the record. He is one that you're going to be entertained by, and Gonzalez making his way out to the cage as we take a look at the tail of the tape in this 4th bout of the night. It's a lightweight bout presented by Corporate Clothing. Paul Occhino and Rodrigo Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the experience and record advantage. Also, Occhino, a couple of years younger than Gonzalez. Both of them pretty tall. Occhino an inch taller, and both of them virtually identical in the weight for this 155-pound bout in the amateur MMA here in Johnson City at D3 Elite. You mentioned Rodriguez's record. Has lost his last 3 coming in. Last win for Rodrigo Gonzalez, last time he tasted victory was over Josh Starks at Apex Fights 11. That was back in May of 2016. Gonzalez is a good fighter. I know he'd like to get back into the win column in Valor Fights. All right, time to introduce our fighters officially. Back to Shamir.
All right, introducing first, out of the red corner. This fighter is from Mountain City, Tennessee. He weighed in at 156.4 pounds. He holds a record of 2 wins and 4 losses. Let's hear it for Paul Occhino! Standing across the cage, his opponent, fighting out of Johnson City, Tennessee, right here in D3 Elite Sports. He weighed in at 156 pounds. He holds a record of 6 wins and 6 losses. Rodrigo Gonzalez! Your referee for this fight is Adam Mays.
Adam Mays, our referee in this lightweight bout presented by Corporate Clothing, amateur MMA, 3 3-minute rounds. Paul Occhino in the red, yellow, and black Venom trunks. Rodrigo Gonzalez in the all-black trunks. 2 very different personalities going in, and it's Occhino lands the first kick on Rodriguez, and we're underway here in Johnson City. A miss of the spin kick.
Occhino is looking to play 0 games right here. He is pressing forward, establishing it on takedown. You got Rodrigo defending hard on the good whizzer. Oh, nice. Cinches it up, comes right back to the feet, though, for Rodrigo. He's looking to establish some pressure against the fence if he can slow down Paul Occhino.
Yeah, you saw Occhino with those wild kicks to start. That's his karate background. And we'll see if he gets some separation opportunities in this fight. Right now, they're up against the cage.
That's right. Once again, he had mentioned that he was a senior blue belt at where he trains at. He looked at one point that he was hiking his leg up like he was about to climb guard. We shall see right here. He's got a nice body lock. He's doing a good job right now at stopping the takedown. But then again, what collapses go straight to guard. Let's see if he can use this, establish some sweep, some range, or lock up a submission. As of right now, he establishes full guard. Let's see what action takes place.
Occhino was doing spins during the introduction and just really locked in. Rodrigo Gonzalez had his hands at the top of the cage, just smiling and chilling. Very different mindsets with these two coming in.
Now you got Rodrigo's doing a good job keeping his head squared up over Paul Occhino's head. Just being a nuisance right here. Just got to watch out for Paul Occhino cage walking and climbing that guard up. Doing a good job right now, though, just of establishing inside control. So we'll see if he can posture and create some power on it.
Yeah, it's interesting that these two are on the mat this quickly because these are two guys that probably want to stay in the strike game.
That's right, and it's exactly, and this is where Rodrigo makes a lot of his noise at. This guy is not afraid to throw some leather with somebody.
Yeah, and
looking to pass guard right here as Rodrigo gets into a good solid half guard. Let's see if he can establish some pressure. Trapping the arm right here of Paul Occhino. Got a couple unanswered strikes. Occhino is really looking right here not to let that happen. He's looking, kicking, bucking, getting his arm back free again. Borderline crucifix from half guard.
Gonzalez maybe a little bit more advanced in the grappling game, and both of them can certainly strike and hold their own. So right now, Rodrigo with the advantage on the mat.
Paul Occhino needs to be looking to establish a little bit of height on him right here. He's just staying buckled in under the bottom, letting his arm be trapped. Right here, he got 3 or 4 unanswered strikes. There he goes to sit up. Now he's coming back to his feet. Let's see if he can square his stance up to defend that retake down right there. Now into side control for Rodrigo. Once again, against the fence line, though, this doesn't matter. Paul Occhino has a mat behind him. He's got a fence behind him he can walk on, makes the position very awkward. Rodrigo goes straight into full mount. Let's see if he can stay on top of this bull. 1, 2, he's got the last 10 seconds of the round. He's finishing up. He's trying to put Paul Occhino away. Occhino doing a good job at defending and just staying moving, not to let anything make its way through.
And Occhino survives the end of the round as Rodrigo was unleashing unanswered strikes from the top.
And got Occhino a bit slow to get up, bending over right now. The referee seems to be tending to him. He was moving his jaw a little bit funny when he stood up, and looked to be flagging off the ref like he was catching his breath a little bit.
He's keeping a close eye.
Says no. He says no stool for him. No stool for him. He wants to stay standing. So.
Mark Laws with the end swell there to the just under the left eye of Occhino, and Rodrigo just with an ice pack on the back of his neck. Take us to this replay here.
Right here, he advances, just stuffs his knee, advances, slides clean over, and does a good job. Occhino should have been cage walking right here. Instead, he turns. He's just trying to protect and ride out the storm right here that Rodrigo was laying on him. Rodrigo, that fight, would have gone on 10 more seconds. He would have definitely probably put him away from right there because Paul Occhino was not making an advancement into defending himself. He was just surviving simply.
Yeah, in an amateur MMA, as you're well aware of, Bubby, they aren't going to let that go too long because they're going to protect the fighters.
Absolutely. Absolutely, as they should.
Yeah, they don't get paid, so you got to limit the damage and let them continue to advance. They touch gloves, and we're underway in round number 2. 3 3-minute rounds, lightweight bout presented by Corporate Clothing.
Throwing some heat right here. Comes off that skip kick. Those 2 wild hooks connects, trying to hit the sweep on Rodrigo right here. Trying to spin to the back. Rodrigo flanks his arm out, seals off the corner, stuffs him, puts him back in guard.
That's not where Occhino wanted to be.
Now, let's see how this pans out because they spent this last round like same position, but what? On the fence line.
Right.
Now we're out in the open. Let's see if it turns into just a stall or if Rodrigo postures like he did against the fence line, looking to put him away in advanced position.
Yeah, and again, these are two predominant strikers, and once again, quickly to the mat.
Rodrigo doing a good job at controlling the inside bicep. I'd like to see his head separate a little bit more. Possibly control an arm. They're a nice climb in the guard. Occhino, them long legs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dangerous from everywhere. They really are, and they can be a nuisance to deal with.
It kind of looks like more than an inch height advantage for Occhino that was listed, but maybe it's just the legs.
I mean even then, too, and Occhino stands almost straight up when he's walking at you,
right.
You know what I mean? And he presents himself as a accurate height fighter.
Nearing the midway point of round number 2,
Got an open guard right here for Occhino, and Rodrigo wasn't looking to pass. He looks to want to stay there, and Occhino's guard is wide open, throwing bombs from the bottom. Rodrigo's just weathering the storm right here and going body, head, just pepping him up from guard. Nothing that's really significant. Nice strikes there right there being given by Gonzalez.
Interesting thing with Rodrigo, looking through his wins, all of them are first-round finishes. All these other fights that aren't first-round wins are losses.
That's a great point. So this is his first outside of the first as a winning fighter right here. So we'll see if he can keep this pace up or.
Yeah, and he's had some short fights. Short losses go the other way as well, but he has rarely gone to the judges' scorecards.
You know, at this point, when you have a fighter on top, like Rodrigo is not looking to pass that guard. He's looking to do damage from the guard. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're the corner and the coach of Occhino, you should be telling your fighters, at this point, open your guard, put your shins inside, just like he's doing right here. Look to establish some range and stand up to see if Rodrigo lets him stand. He doesn't. He's advancing. Wow. Looks to be locking up a head and arm choke. Arm triangle, if he can get his head under deeper. He's cinching it up on in there. Occhino's in a tough position right here because if he lets him pass, here we are. Ditches the head and arm choke. He's in a very, you could call it three-quarter mount. He's got his knee to the mat, but his ankle trapped. Rodrigo's looking to seal off this last portion of this round. A little bit of ground and pound. Let's see if he goes at it again. Big bombs from Rodrigo. And where's the stop?
Is that the end of the fight?
What happens? What was that? Did he tap?
But we didn't hear the horn until after it was stopped.
Okay, so the fight is still on. It looked a very awkward stoppage. Referee stepped in.
Yeah.
It looked as if the fight was over. Well, hold on. You got Rodrigo. Rodrigo's running around. So is the fight over or is it not over?
Yeah.
The fight's over. Rodrigo wins by TKO. I guess was it a verbal submission? Look right here in the replay.
It must have been.
Big ground and pound right here. Let's see if he taps out, if we can see this. We got a referee right in the way, but a big bomb's unanswered.
Yeah, he may have jumped in. I mean, like we talked about with amateur MMA, they're not going to let it go too much, and I guess he saw the damage. And look,
he tapped. Okay, so it says he tapped. You know, okay, it's looked kind of odd because the referee didn't wave his arms. Right. You know, nothing of that nature. This looked like it was the end of the round for a second.
And the horn came right afterwards.
Yeah, right. So now, says he got a submission here via tap. So. Tapping from strikes.
And look, Occhino, when he came back to his corner, he was kind of stumbling forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you got to give Adam Mays credit that he was on top of it and he saw the damage that had been done with those strikes and didn't wait for a few seconds afterwards.
Absolutely.
For the horn.
And a good eye, absolutely great eye from the ref for catching that. From our angle, it's very hard to see.
So a late second round stoppage win for Rodrigo Gonzalez over Occhino. Let's make it official. Go back to the cage and Shamir.
All right, now we go to your referee for the decision. He stopped this fight at 2 minutes and 58 seconds in the second round by TKO from strikes. Out of the red corner, Rodrigo